Coming up on WUFT Midday, the latest on Epstein's case files, the vote on Capitol Hill that could release the files to the public.
Plus, giving the gift of a miracle, how one Gainesville charity is helping those who need it this holiday season.
Southeast is experiencing unseasonably dry weather. We're monitoring extreme drought conditions near the Suwannee River Valley. WUFT Midday starts now.
You're watching WUFT Midday.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says he expects a vote today on releasing Justice Department case files on Jeffrey Epstein. This is WUFT Midday. I'm Adragna.
And I'm Isabella Salamone. Advocates say the files could reveal potential ties between the convicted pedophile and powerful people like President Donald Trump. Amy Carle reports on the latest efforts to make the files public.
We're definitely feeling optimism.
Today, the House could vote on releasing government case files involving sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Survivors are urging lawmakers to pass the bill.
There have been a lot of betrayals, so I think what we really want to see is follow through.
This is about holding accountable those who exploit, and that they're done having the powerful run the show here.
One of the bill's main supporters predicts it'll pass with a veto-proof majority, despite the battle just to get it on the floor. A bipartisan discharge petition is forcing a vote, despite prior resistance from House Speaker Mike Johnson. It has the required signatures after a newly elected congresswoman added her name. Democrats argue Johnson waited 50 days to swear her in to delay an Epstein vote.
If you've caused harm to children, to girls, to women, you should be exposed and there should be justice.
Johnson says the delay was due to the shutdown. He says he's warming to the bill because the Senate can revise it.
They'll be able to correct some of those concerns that we have, the protection of victims and whistleblowers and all the rest.
President Donald Trump is reversing his position and now says he'd sign the legislation. On social media, he writes, quote, "We have nothing to hide and it's time to move on." Critics are skeptical of the timing.
He got tired of me winning, so he joined our side.
I'm Amy Carle reporting.
Dry air in north central Florida is increasing our fire risk. Some counties in our area are even asking neighbors to not burn anything outdoors. UF forecaster Jadyn Bottini is in the weather studio tracking the dry conditions in our area. Jadyn, tell us why we're getting dry air this week.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed we really haven't had a rainy day here in north central Florida in quite a while, and it's because we've been seeing high pressure after high pressure in our area, keeping our skies clear, keeping the rain out, and keeping us dry. And we're actually monitoring a drought really across the southeast with most extreme conditions near southeast Georgia and the Suwannee River Valley. We've just been super dry. Our soil is super dry without any rain, and we just continue to get more dry air into our area. And we can see rain chances here pretty much for the rest of the week are 0. We do have that slight chance for rain on Saturday, but if we get any scattered showers, it won't be enough to pull us out of this drought. So we're going to continue to be dry. And there's an elevated wildfire risk near the Suwannee River Valley. It's through the evening, and we're advising you to avoid open flames, to avoid fire spreading quickly. And we'll continue tracking this coming up next.
Today, Alachua and Gilchrist counties are joining Citrus County in issuing a countywide burn ban. While the ban is still in effect, neighbors are not allowed to light campfires, fireworks, or flares. You also can't burn any vegetation or burn on urban and rural lands. Violators can be arrested or fined, and this is the second time that Citrus County has issued a burn ban this year.
This isn't to try to, infringe on anybody's ability to have a nice campfire. It's necessary in order to keep everybody collectively safe.
While the ban's still in effect, neighbors can still grill outdoors, but Citrus County Fire Rescue wants to remind you that even a small spark can lead to a dangerous wildfire.
One Gainesville charity is giving the gift of a miracle this holiday season. WUFT's Carle visited the organization to get a glimpse into how it's helping kids get everything on their wish list.
The holiday season is fast approaching, and most kids have one thing on their mind: toys. One Gainesville charity is making sure that children get the holiday season they deserve.
We have angel trees to pick from also, if anybody would like to help an angel out.
Most kids' favorite time of the year is the holiday season. However, not all holiday seasons look the same. Just ask Salvation Army store manager Kathy McMullen.
I've been here going on 4 years. We started off the first year with 150 and we've gone up since then.
As she walked around the store, she couldn't help but share why the tree is personal to her.
I had a sister that has 5 kids. Her husband had taken sick, and we went and bought all kinds of Christmas gifts to make sure that when they got up Christmas morning, they didn't feel left out. So it's really hit home.
Major Deborah Hull runs the Angel Tree with her husband.
We cover a wide range of people just to make sure that all kids could have something under their tree for Christmas.
Each child will get at least one gift from their wish list.
I would like to see kids grow enough to appreciate what they have and then turn around and do the same thing for other children.
For Hull, the mission is simple, but the message shines bright. She grew up as one of the angels on the tree.
If we didn't have the Salvation Army gifts under our tree, we would not have gifts under our tree.
The Salvation Army's Angel Tree runs through mid-December. In Gainesville, Carle, WUFT News.
Marion County is also helping families this holiday with their Bring the Harvest Home donation drive. The county is collecting non-perishable foods and household goods throughout December. The donation drive helps local food pantries restock their shelves for the community's needs during the holiday season. For a list of drop-off locations, you can visit the WFT app or on our website at WFT.org.
Ocala is kicking off the holiday season with Light Up the Night. This annual event will have lots of food and live entertainment for the family. And of course, Light Up the Night isn't complete without the Junior Sunshine Parade, featuring band performances, dances, and more from kids around Ocala. It's happening this Saturday from 3 to 8 p.m. downtown.
Gainesville hosted its 44th annual Downtown Festival and Art Show this week. Over 200 artists came from across the country to display their work, which included paintings, jewelry, ceramics, and more. One artist from High Springs explains how artists benefit from this festival by interacting with the Gainesville community.
Well, it provides an opportunity for them to get their work out, and be exposed to people and have people, interact with them. You get ideas from that all the time. As an artist, if you're listening, you will get cues as to which direction maybe you should go in the future with whatever you're doing.
During the festival, Mayor Harvey Ward presented a key to the city to local artist Jim Wilson. Wilson's a longtime Gainesville resident who focuses his art on wildlife. This award recognizes its positive impact on the community.
The city of High Springs is also celebrating local artists this holiday season. The Downtown High Springs Art Walk features dozens of vendors selling creations to the community. Artists displayed their pottery, paintings, jewelry, and more this past Saturday. Many local businesses and restaurants offered sales and discounts during the event. Artists say this festival provides a perfect opportunity to share their work with locals.
It's in the heart of a really neat little downtown area, and you get lots of foot traffic. There's a lot of people that come through, and there's a lot of locals, so it's good to have your name out there.
The Art Walk takes place once a month from October to December. The next event is slated for December 20th from noon to 5 p.m.
Newberry hosted one of its biggest festivals of the year to support local businesses. The annual Newberry Fall Festival brought together over 100 vendors over the weekend. The festival featured food trucks, live music, and family activities. Newberry Main Street Organization President Chris Mack says he hopes the festival brings more people to local businesses.
The most important thing is to bring people to Newberry, to show them the businesses we have, to show them the community we have.
Over 8,500 people.
Alachua County is integrating a new plan to combat and solve climate-related issues in the community. The Climate Action Plan was officially accepted at a celebration on Saturday. County officials held a community event featuring exhibits on sustainability, informational panels, and guest speakers. The plan aims to use local investment and federal funding to make the region more environmentally conscious. Environmental educator Jennison Kipp says this plan is different from others that she has seen.
It's not uncommon for climate action plans like this to be written very quickly by a consultant from outside of the community, so it really reflects the voices of those who live here in Alachua County.
The event ended with a tree planting ceremony to celebrate the adoption of this new objective.
Coming up, we're tracking patchy morning fog and watching our temperatures warm up this week with lows getting into the upper 50s.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
We're taking a live look at our FDOT traffic cam on I-75. Traffic is pretty light right now, and it looks like a great time to go grab a bite for lunch. And while you're on the roads, watch out for smoke. North Central Florida has seen a couple wildfires this week that could impact your visibility on your commute. UF forecaster Jadyn Bottini is in the weather studio tracking how long we can expect these dry conditions to continue.
We haven't been seeing much rain, but it's been making for some beautiful days and beautiful sunsets. And right now on campus, pretty clear out there, not even a cloud in the sky. Temperature nice at 77 degrees, winds only about 5 miles per hour. That humidity low at 35% and that dew point relatively low at 47 degrees as well. And that's why we're monitoring our drought really across the southeast, but we could see conditions here in North Central Florida, more extreme conditions towards North Florida, the Suwannee River Valley into the Panhandle, bordering Georgia, and then Lake City just south of it, severe conditions. Down in Gainesville, moderate, and south towards Ocala, dry conditions. So we haven't got any rain. We're experiencing an unseasonably dry period, and those dry conditions are going to continue into the rest of the week. Our rain chances pretty much at 0 throughout the week. We do have that slight chance for rain on Saturday. We could see a couple of scattered showers, but even if we do, it's not going to be enough rain to pull us out of this drought. So we are staying dry, and the dry is forecasted to stay here as we get more high pressure systems in our area. But dew points right now, 47 degrees in Gainesville, 52 degrees in Ocala. And as these dew points increase and our temperatures drop, that's when we get more moisture in the atmosphere. That's when we feel more humid. But dew points are still relatively low and our temperatures are warmer. So we're not reaching these dew points and we're not getting that moisture in the atmosphere. And it's feeling dry, which is nice for our temperatures, but bad for our drought. And our temperatures right now in the 70s across North Central Florida, 77 degrees in Gainesville, 78 in Ocala, 77 in the Villages. Pretty comfortable outside right now, but our temperatures have been fluctuating throughout the day. We're on a bit of a temperature roller coaster. In the mornings, we're in the 50s, pretty chilly out there. Midday, we're in the 60s. Then we warm up to the 80s as we reach our high in the afternoon. And then at night, we go back down into the 60s and even dropping into the 50s. Once again, it starts all over. So our temperatures fluctuate throughout the day. So you want to bring layers, you want to bring that jacket, but it gets pretty hot in the afternoon. We could see that here. Our high temperatures, 82 in Gainesville this afternoon, 81 in Ocala and the Villages, staying a little bit more moderate in the 70s towards the coast. So you can see our fluctuation in our temperatures because our lows are in the 50s. So about a 30-degree difference between our highs and our lows this week. 54 degrees in Gainesville tomorrow morning, 55 in Ocala and the Villages, 59 in St. Augustine, and 58 in Jacksonville. And we do have the chance for some patchy fog throughout the week this week with light winds. We can see our morning winds only about 1 mile per hour. So once that fog forms, it's not really going to roll out. We can see it here, patchy fog, dense fog possible Wednesday, patchy on Thursday, that low's 54. And on Friday, skies begin to clear, that low of 56 degrees. And we are a little bit warmer than normal. We're normally experiencing our high at 74. This is for tomorrow. This is our data for tomorrow, but our high tomorrow is at 85. So we're a little bit warmer than normal this week. It's not feeling too much like fall. And as we see, we're going to get a low pressure system here, but it's not going to bring us rain. It's going to stay dry, and we could see highs in the 80s this week, those lows in the 50s.
Tariffs are impacting toys this holiday season. Shoppers are being warned to expect higher prices and lower inventory. CNN's Jen Sullivan dives into the impact it's all having on toy industry and explains why shoppers shouldn't wait until Black Friday to buy.
The holiday shopping season has already begun, but the prices of many items may have you feeling much less jolly this year, especially when it comes to toys.
I don't think we're going to see very big sales this year.
Toy expert Chris Byrne warns shoppers shouldn't wait until Black Friday to buy toys because it's unlikely they'll go on sale and the inventory may be low.
Tariffs did disrupt the entire industry, and people paused shipping earlier in the year. If you see something, buy it.
It's unclear exactly how much tariffs will hurt, but experts expect the prices to increase. Here's why. Roughly 80% of all toys sold in the U.S. are manufactured in China, according to the Toy Association. And Chinese imports have been hit hard with tariffs. The Trump administration implemented the added tax on imports to generate more revenue and encourage companies to make items in the U.S.
We are seeing that toys are one of those categories that are being impacted more heavily by tariffs.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says despite tariffs, shoppers are still spending. They recently conducted a survey and found consumers plan to spend roughly $890 per person this year. And families with kids aren't holding back.
They're actually one of the only groups that we saw say they're spending more.
Cullen says families with kids are spending about $30 more. And when it comes to budgeting, Byrne recommends shopping around for the best price and has this advice.
You don't need to overwhelm kids with presents. A few things that they're going to really enjoy and play with, and especially things to share among the family.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
If you haven't already hit the grocery store aisles for your Thanksgiving shopping, be prepared for some fluctuating poultry prices. NBC's Claire Bradshaw says the tip from experts this year is to compare your deals.
We know everyone is looking for that holiday deal, especially when it comes to your Thanksgiving table centerpiece. We're talking turkey.
Here at Hy-Vee, we have the $30 Thanksgiving meal deal, and what that includes is a Hy-Vee frozen turkey, Hy-Vee green beans, Hy-Vee one-step potatoes, cream of mushroom, jarred gravy, half pie from the bakery, which is absolutely amazing, brown and serve rolls, and then also you can't forget the Hy-Vee stuffing mix.
And yes, we did bring it up just to confirm it would be $30 or less, but that price only works if you stick to that store brand turkey. Hy-Vee's deal is 97 cents a pound. You'll likely see reports that turkeys will cost more this Thanksgiving. A Purdue University analysis states wholesale turkey prices are up 75% compared to October 2024. But why is that? The American Farm Bureau says the U.S. turkey flock is the lowest it's been in nearly 40 years, citing the bird flu. So we asked a Concordia, Missouri turkey farmer what he's experienced here.
We're not experiencing really any difference. You know, I think you see basic just supply and demand when it comes to like more industrial commercial raised turkeys. You know, that's one advantage we have of being, you know, smaller is we're not as disrupted by some of those overall prices.
Now, Purdue University's analysis tracks with Wells Fargo analysis. Wells Fargo saying retail turkey price estimates are down 3.7% from a year ago. But at the end of the day, it's up to the retailer to decide what it will charge you at checkout.
That was Claire Bradshaw reporting. Home Depot announced a slowdown in business, and it's not a good sign for the economy. The home improvement giant said sales at its stores open for at least 1 year rose just 0.2% last quarter. It also cut its profit forecast for the year. Home Depot is considered a bellwether for U.S. consumers and the housing market. The company's CEO attributed the slowdown to cautious consumers and a frozen housing market. Mortgage rates have been stuck between 6% and 7%, leading fewer people to buy and sell their homes.
Now let's head over to our Noticias partners for a look at today's top stories for our Spanish language audience.
Hola, soy Santiago Alezard con tus noticias en 90 segundos. La Cámara de Representantes votará sobre la publicación de los archivos de Epstein. La Cámara de Representantes se prepara para votar esta noche sobre la publicación de los archivos de Jeffrey Epstein. Representantes de ambos partidos políticos han pasado meses intentando aprobar esta decisión. Sin embargo, el cambio repentino de opinión del presidente Donald Trump fue lo que últimamente impulsó la votación. El presidente anunció la semana pasada que republicanos deberían apoyar el voto y que él no iba a interferir en el proceso. Si el voto pasa esta noche, todavía tiene que ser aprobado por el Senado antes de que Trump lo apruebe. El joven de 17 años acusado de inventar su secuestro en Condado de Marion fue sentenciado el lunes tras aceptar los cargos. La Fiscalía del Quinto Circuito confirmó que él deberá cumplir 1 año de arresto domiciliario con un monitor electrónico. Su familia tendrá que pagar $24,500 para cubrir los costos de la búsqueda. Él también deberá hacer 100 horas de servicio comunitario, tomar una clase de seguridad con armas y recibir consejería. Además, su licencia de conducir será suspendida. El nombre y cara del responsable no están disponibles por su edad. La función familiar de James and the Giant Peach llega a nuestra comunidad. Este próximo jueves 20 de noviembre podrás disfrutar del musical James and the Giant Peach en la histórica Casa de Juegos Comunitarios de Gainesville. En esta presentación alegre y llena de aventura, se recuerda que la amistad, la esperanza y un poco de magia pueden hacer que cualquier lugar se siente como casa. Esta versión del clásico de Roald Dahl combina imaginación con música del nivel de Broadway con canciones de Benj Pasek y Justin Paul, los compositores ganadores de Tonys y Oscars. Esas fueron tus noticias en 90 segundos. Gracias por sintonizarnos.
I'm Charlie Jones, and this is Midday Sports. After leaving Oxford eliminated from bowl eligibility, interim head coach Billy Gonzalez believes a matchup where no love is lost may be the perfect chance for the Gators to release their angst.
One thing that these players understand that Tennessee's, there's a deep-rooted history, both Tennessee and the next week, but we're focusing on this week. They're an exceptional football team, but obviously our players understand that this game has always been a heated rivalry.
Matchup slates to be another dramatic chapter in the rivalry's history as Gonzalez's Gators take center stage with his mentor, Urban Meyer, on hand to be honored at halftime. Fireworks are sure to fly when the two SEC foes kick off Saturday from the Swamp at 7:30 p.m. Over to the O-Dome as Florida men's basketball gets in the win column on and off the court. Gators forward Thomas Houck earned SEC Player of the Week honors after a pair of strong wins against in-state rivals. Houck followed up a 20-point double-double Tuesday versus FSU with a 17-point performance against Miami on Sunday. The junior aims to continue his consistent scoring against Merrimack this Friday at 7 p.m. We're packing the buses and heading around Alachua County for the start of the high school basketball season. FHSAA men's basketball action tips off tonight for multiple area programs. GHS starts its season at home, while Oak Hall and PK Young also hit the court in a Class 2A District 2 clash. All area games are slated to start at 7:30 p.m. And before we go, Gators volleyball received the number 5 seed in the first SEC tournament in 20 years. Hear head coach Ryan Tice's thoughts about Florida's postseason aspirations tonight at 6 p.m. on The Ryan Tice Show on WRUF. That's your Midday Sports. I'm Charlie Jones.
Now let's take a look at what's coming up on Channel 5 at First at 5. We'll be taking a look at the continued drought conditions across north central Florida. Images of wildfires in the area and the counties now under burn bans.
Plus, a toddler's family taking legal action against UF Health. Why they say doctors' neglect led to their child's death.
And we're keeping up with Washington as the House of Representatives is set for a crucial vote on the release of the Epstein files. All of that and more on Channel 5.
You know, I was getting really excited about it finally being cold in Gainesville, Florida. What can we expect for the rest of the week, Jadyn? Are we going to get those temperatures back by any chance?
Well, I don't think so. I sure miss the cold too, and I miss our rainy days, but we're actually warm and dry, and that's the trend that's going to continue this week. Expecting some fog tomorrow morning and Thursday, but skies clear up towards the end of the week with those highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s.
Thanks for joining us for WFT Midday. We're back here tomorrow for another edition.
We will see you later today for First at 5 on Channel 5. Have a great afternoon.